Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be unboxing my Fuji X100V, which is one of the hardest cameras to locate at the moment. So in this video I'm going to unbox mine, share some cheap accessories that have improved my experience, along with sample photos at the end to hopefully help you make your decision on if you should get one or not. Anyways, this is my Fuji X100V, which is the 5th camera in the Fuji X100 series, and in 2023 I paid about $2,200 for it off Amazon, which is well above the original retail price, but I had to see if it was worth it. It comes with a user manual, which usually we just throw these out, but it's actually essential for some settings don't work if you have others turned on, such as your flash won't turn on with electronic shutter. So make sure you keep this book. Like most brands, this comes with a strap and charging accessories, along with a hot shoe bubble level, which I think is pretty cool. And then here are some leather attachments, which I think prevent the strap keyring from scuffing the body. I didn't open this, for I just used Peak Design strap anchors instead. Now, taking a look at the camera, it's definitely a bit too large to be pocketable unless it's going in a jacket, hoodie, or cargo pants, but it's for sure way smaller than any conventional camera like a DSLR or mirrorless camera. On the side, there's a mic, USB-C, and micro HDMI ports, and on top is a dedicated dial for shutter speed. If you pull up on the outer ring of this dial, you can rotate the inner dial to set ISO. Most people just leave the ISO and shutter set to A, which is auto, and then use the exposure dial on the right to adjust the image. On the left is a focus mode switch for selecting single, continuous, and manual focus. And then the screen can tilt 90 degrees, which isn't the best for taking selfies or shooting vertically. It's more catered towards if the camera's hanging off your neck and you just want to look down while shooting horizontally. This camera comes with a bright f2.0 23mm prime lens with an aperture dial ring. I usually set mine to about f5.6 or f8 for run and gun situations like street photography, and then f2.0 for dedicated portraits or low light shots. Then of course the real reason anyone buys this camera is for the Fuji recipes, which replicate film, and some of my favorites, which I'll show samples to later, are the X Pro 2 recipe, Vibrant Arizona, Classic Color, and Ektachrome. If you're brand new to Fuji, you can find exact settings for each of these recipes on Fuji X Weekly, and some other popular ones that you might check out are Porta V2, Classic Cuban, and Reggie Sporta. Now I'm going to show you my favorite accessories for this camera, and if you're interested, they're linked in the description below. And if you're going to buy any, make sure you get this thumb grip and shutter release button combo from Small Rig. The camera body lacks any real hand grip, so I always felt like I was going to drop it, but by simply adding this thumb grip into the hot shoe mount, I really had a secure way of hanging on to the camera. Not to mention, this exact grip from Small Rig allows you to still access the back dial of your camera, which not all designers do. I also got two different lens hoods, and I think a lens hood is critical for one. The Fuji X100V is weather sealed everywhere except the lens, so adding a hood over the lens will weather seal the whole body. And two, this camera has a fixed lens, so you're in major trouble if you damage the glass, for there's no replacing the lens. Of the two lens hoods I have, the first one I went with is a square hood lens, which looks pretty cool, and I honestly bought it for the aesthetics, but it also allows you to adapt filters. However, I wouldn't recommend this lens hood for anyone that wants to use a Moment Cinebloom filter on their camera, for the filter doesn't actually fit within the hood. I had to do some extremely heavy sanding to make it work, and there's much easier options which I'll share in a second. The other filter that I have is this Nisi UV filter, which I love because the camera's form factor remains small and is compatible with the original lens cap, but honestly I just leave the lens cap at home, for I'm fine with the UV filter acting as protection to the lens. The only drawback though is it's only a UV filter, it can't adapt other filters, and I honestly want that diffused look. Now, something that recently came out and I would recommend above the two options I currently own is this Polar Pro filter adapter ring. It has a tiny form factor and is compatible with any filter, which eliminates my gripes from the previous two options which lack diffusion or compatibility. Anyways, that's all I have for you. I'll pop up sample photos now with recipes on the screen and links in the description to Fuji X Weekly so you can find exact settings and explore other recipes. Be sure to hit subscribe and drop a comment. I would love to hear what you like to photograph or what your Instagram handle is so I can check out your work and just overall build my community. Thanks for watching, take care, and enjoy.